EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Tar Heel State, where the legacy of the late, great Sam Mills lives on with each pound of the drum. And that means we are ready for football here at Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Carolina Panthers. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And prior to last season, his team asked him to put everyone on his back and carry them to success, and he did exactly that. Now, at this point in his career, all he cares about is postseason success and finding a way to get his team to a Super Bowl.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
To throw, it's Allen. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
It's a gain of 20.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. They'll try to meddle with Cook. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Tershawn Wharton, the one to get him to the ground on the defensive side.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that game.
Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 15-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Bills get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Matt Prater is set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
His 2nd year in the league certainly didn't go the way that he thought it would. In fact, a lot of whispers around the team and around the league that maybe he was not going to be the guy. Ended up getting benched, took his time, watched the game, and then came back better than ever. 2nd year in the same offense with the same head coach should lead to an even bigger jump year 3.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Young working out of the gun. That one complete to Eagle. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Ready?
Young quickly to the flag. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
They'll run on first down with Hubbard. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They go play action. Young. A quick throw, but incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the 19-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Here we go, set. Yellow, cut.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
That's another Panthers first down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Throwing. Young. Touchdown. And Xavier again. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Panthers have tied the ball game with a chance to take lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Ryan Fitzgerald now to add the extra point. It's up and good, so they go the conservative route instead, and it gets them a 7-6 lead here in the opening quarter.
Ryan Fitzgerald kicks
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
From the gun, a give to Davis. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Under a minute to go, clock running, and a back-and-forth first quarter of play. Here's Allen to throw it. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Allen going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. Has got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Ready up. Down.
Now here's Young. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
For a Carolina Panther. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Give up the middle, Hubbard. And nothing much materializing there in the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense.
Here we go.
But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
And they're going to be centered down around the 15-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. 37 yards.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Black 40. Set.
Young. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
ETN is in. Touchdown Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
On is Fitzgerald now for the PAT. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off.
Ryan Fitzgerald.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Tap forward by Allen on the jet sweep. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
He was brought down by Trevor.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
It's 2nd and inches.
Cook up the gut. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the out.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Derek Brown gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught at the 25. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. Another catch for him there, and the numbers starting to stack up a bit. He's closing in already on a 100-yard game. We're still... So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's Allen. That's again complete to Palmer. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
It's a gain of 9. Bring up 2nd and a yard.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. Back to the ground, Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
And he will not be able to hang up through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. They'll run with Cook. A solid move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Down at the 2. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point. Coleman, the man in motion right. Working out of the shotgun. Allen. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Palmer, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Bills get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you got to think. Go for 2. Tie it up. Go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here rather than down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the second quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. Now Prater to add the PAT. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Josh Palmer. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Panther offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. So a tight one so far, 1-point game at the break as we check in with Scott Hansen at our halftime report. Scott.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counter-punch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory.
Matt Prater set to kick off.
The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they're going to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
1st and 10.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Young. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Got a man, that's Leggett. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Come on, ready.
Here's Young. Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Carolina Panther. 1st and 10 at the
Here we go. Here we go. 10 black, 10.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 59 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he gets it down to the 32. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, partner, I haven't seen a vote for most popular player on the team. This guy's got to get a lot of votes. He does not care, does he? Totally unselfish, physical runner, doesn't worry about yardage, just keeps moving the chains, being a team player.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Bills are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
So from the 26-yard line, here's second down and 8. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Play action. Now it's Allen. That is caught. Kincaid with it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Now Allen. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides, and there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Now Allen. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
That is caught. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up first and goal.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Second and goal at the Panthers' 7-yard line.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field. Certainly not what they want.
That is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Looking to throw, Young. They'll find McMillan here. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down at the
Daquan Jones in on the tackle there.
Brings up second
From the 22 now, here's the 2nd down and 9. Now Young. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Here we go.
Young to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
And the Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Young going to give to Brooks. We'll get this to about the 38. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Charlotte. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7.
Set, hut. 45, white. Ready?
Young working out of the gun. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Blue, 32.
Young to throw it. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Has his man, it's Shakir. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
On the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
Allen. It's caught by Coleman. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Panthers' 30.
Motion man is Shakir. To throw, it's Allen. To the right side here, caught by Kincaid. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And the Bills first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
This offense so far on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Bills. Keon Coleman, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
The Bills are running it for a
They'll try and run it with Davis. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead.
Matt Prater is set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go, set, cut,
They'll start on the ground with Brooks. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down by Shaq Thompson.
Okay, ready?
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Come on. At the 22-yard
From the shotgun, it's Young. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Ready, ready.
Young will set to throw. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
36-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Ready.
To throw, Young. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
3rd down and 14.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break,
Let's go.
you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. They keep it with Davis on 1st down. And he'll work down inside the 45. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2nd down and 8. They'll run it again here with Davis. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down. Stopped at the Panthers' 38.
The
Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now a 2nd and 6. They'll give up the middle to Johnson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he'll be taken down with a first down as they get about 14 out of that one, and we go to the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. And they will take a knee here. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the 4th quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.
16 days a week, it's going to be used to forge horseshoes. But 1 day a week, an anvil is used to forge victories here in Indianapolis. And it's been wrong once again at the city's Lucas Oil Stadium, telling us all it is time for football. Today, we're keeping it all here in the AFC South. It's the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts.
Joey Sly to kick off for Tennessee.
Joey Sly is going to have the honor of getting us started. And here we go from Indy. On the return, here's Anthony Gould. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. Gets at the 25-yard line. So out come the Colts for their first offensive possession. And leading them, the 6th overall pick, entering his 7th season here in the NFL. Out of Duke, Daniel Jones.
He was the 6th overall pick of the New York Football Giants, but he fell just shy, Kate, of 6 full seasons with New York. Remember, a midseason release led him to the Minnesota Vikings a season ago. Now he hopes to take all that experience, the ups and the downs, the peaks and the valleys, to make the most of this situation in Indy. Hey, these DNs love to get after the quarterback, but the most well-rounded of them are the guys who can anchor your run defense too. Mission accomplished.
Ready.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun, it's Jones. He puts some power on it, deep one left. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's third down. Looking for Michael Pittman Jr. on that throw. So now it's going to be third and long. Jones now to throw. Going with the screen to Taylor. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40.
It's a gain of
They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's good for a
They have
Colts.
themselves another 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 38-yard
Here's
line.
Taylor from the pistol. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards.
He was
That
taken
offensive
down
line and that O-line coach got to look at those pictures and figure something out, because you cannot let a defensive tackle defeat your block at the point of attack, or you're going to get a negative run time after time.
From the shotgun, it's Jones. Finds him over the middle. And it doesn't get much, up to maybe their own 40. Monty Hooker with the
That's
tackle.
a gain of 4.
It's third and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
Let's go now.
Looking from the gun. Here's Jones. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
And the Colts, first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
Taylor gets it on first and 10. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Taken down by Sebastian Joseph Day.
The tackle made at the
Now this
47-yard
defense is in the
line.
driver's seat, Kate. Right? When you make a stop like that on first down, now it's your discretion of just how aggressive you want to be following that play up.
He's got time here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him.
Jones,
And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Kate, all the data lately has taught us really clearly, sacks, negative yardage plays, they not only just destroy that play, they destroy drives. Well done, defense.
He's over deep to the left side. Brought in inside the 20. And he's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off with that game. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got first and 10 from the red zone. On the ground, DJ Giddens gets it. That's a nice running there on that 7-yard gain. Make it second down.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up third and
Third down, 1 yard to go.
Ready. Night.
Out of the pistol, it's Giddens. And he's going to have enough for the first down, not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a first and goal.
Gain of 2.
You love a huddle. Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Has it in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Second chance at 6 here. It's second and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the 1-yard line.
Taylor will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line.
Brought down just
That
shy of
offensive
the
group
goal line.
really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out. Third and short.
That throw doesn't lead to 6. So now they're left with fourth and goal.
Fourth down and
That's going to be a
goal.
play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage.
And he gets in. Touchdown. The Colts finish up an excellent opening series. Daniel Jones with a touchdown on a quarterback sneak to the end zone. Once it became goal-to-goal, Brock, that field goal team just didn't feel like they were ever going to see the field. His team was committed to making a statement on the opening series, even if it meant leaving the offense out there on fourth and goal.
Yeah, I think that's really well said, Kate, for a couple reasons. Number one, you do get a chance to finish, right? So you do all this work to get there, you want to finish it. But you also know if you don't get it, well, you set your opponent up with some really bad field position. I love that decision.
And the kick is good, and we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. Well, you can't do that. Got to avoid hitting the kicker. And because of that, the kickoff will be coming from midfield.
Spencer Schrader to kick off for Indianapolis.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. He's got the squiver. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. So here come the Titans now to get their first drive of the game. Leading the Mouse, the #1 pick in the 2025 NFL Draft out of Miami. It's Cam Ward.
The reason the Cam Ward went 1-1 in my estimation is he's one of those quarterbacks whose style of play just sets him apart. You just know it. He is a gunslinger, but looking for the balance of managing risks he takes while keeping those same fearless style of play right there in his pocket. That's going to be the challenge for him in his career.
3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up second and 7.
Brings up second and 7.
Finds his man. It's Van Jefferson. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. Football on that 47-yard line. First down.
Here we go.
Right on the inside handoff to Pollard. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Pretty pay there to take him down.
It's plays like that, Kate, that I'm happy I'm the color analyst and you and your spotter are doing play-by-play. Because that was a massive humanity, a whole bunch of bodies to sort through for 1 yard.
Pollard gets the first and more. And he's going to be taken down at the 28.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. 24-yard gain on the play. And the Titans first down.
1 quarter down in this all-AFC South contest. 7-0 is our score. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. We're ready to go with the second quarter, and it's Titans football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Off the play fake, here's Ward. Ooh, that one's nearly intercepted. The defense read that one perfectly. A poor choice to make that throw. Second down coming up.
There defensively.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Tony Pollard.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
It's going to throw here on third. Short pass brought in. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And he got what he could there, only to the 14. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ready? Come on.
Again, a run with Pollard. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
You know, we'll all look back at the play-by-play and see that was a run for 0, but it felt like more than that. Felt like offensively, that's a confidence drainer, and defensively, it's a momentum builder.
Completed over the middle. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. That route just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
Slide's kick is up and good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
They were able to answer a score with a score, maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Here's Gould on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Indianapolis offense headed out for their 2nd drive of the game. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he's brought to a stop after he found plenty of room to run.
These runs, you get maybe a couple of them a game, right, Kate? He breaks that one, and we see him start the foot race. I think we were all rooting for the touchdown just a little bit. That's the type of effort that deserves to finish it in the end zone.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield.
Let's go. Go.
They're going option keeper on 1st and 10. Decided to keep it, but couldn't escape the pressure there. They catch it behind the line.
He was brought down by Cedric Gray.
Well, he didn't hand it off or throw it, but he probably should have picked one of those 2 options. They kept some help by the line, and they tracked him down for the loss.
Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Those windows over the middle, the congestion, just the mass of people. If you're not on time and on target, you're not going to find a completion, especially on that down and distance.
Jones now on 3rd down. To the right and reeled in by Downs. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Josh Downs.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. Needed to extend it closer to the chains for a first down.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. So Tennessee headed out for its 2nd drive of the game. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well.
Ready.
They'll run here with Tajay Spears. Wow, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off Zaire Franklin.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. Oh, a lot of effort there, partner. stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
But one defender failed while his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10 now. That's caught at the 4. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Gain of 17 yards.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try and punch it in. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
It's a loss of 5.
Situational football. Looking at 1st and goal, these defenses know what's coming at them. More often than not, a run play. It really is better to throw the ball unless you've got a way to disguise the run, and there was no disguising on that one.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one right down the middle. And the Colts drive their lead to 11. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Return starts at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25. Out come the Titans for another offensive possession. And they find themselves trailing by 11 as they take over down 14-3. Tennessee to the line, 1st and 10. Carried by Spears to start the drive. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road for what looked like a very plain play.
Okay, ready?
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 27. Gets it to him on the screen. He runs it up to midfield. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
I think one of my favorite adjectives, I don't know why, it just sounds good off the lips, is shred. Shredding paper. Shredding the slopes. Or dude shredding a defense just like that.
1st and 10, it's Pollard. And this is going to go for about an 8-yard pickup as he takes him inside the 30-yard line.
Cross on the stop.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change.
And the Colts get to him. He goes down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
10-yard loss on the play. And it's 3rd down. 3rd
and the gun. It's Ward. Okonkwo brings it in. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Tennessee.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Pollard does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line. Tennessee calling its 2nd timeout now. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line.
And he gets it on the sneak. Touchdown! The Titans make it a one-score game before halftime. It's tried and true in 32 playbooks across the NFL for a reason, Brock. Even when teams see this one coming, just so tough to stop a quarterback sneak.
It feels like a win in today's football is just to stall them at the line on that play. So many groups are so effective with the QB sneak. But that time, the timing of the call, I think, was most important that led to the score.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And this one will not make it to the landing zone. So the same as it going out of bounds now. This is going to come out to the 40-yard line. And they'll have great field position, Brock, after the unforced error on the kickoff. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40.
Here we go, here we go.
First and 10 now. Here's Jones. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
He spins right by him. And he's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short. So we have a one-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. While we checked in with Scott in Orlando, our two teams here, no doubt, made some adjustments. It's a close game here as we get ready for our third quarter. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Fields this one at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So to begin the third, it'll be the Titans offense we see first. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. Titans to the line now. 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Pollard. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
First down.
Let's go.
Handoff running right, Pollard. Blast through midfield. And they'll finally get him at the 35-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Runs like that one, baby, that's where you could really see how locked in and in sync this offense is. The choreography up front to get all the blocking in place. The back's ability to see those holes as they open up. And the coach is finding the right call, Kate, for the right moment. It's beautiful to watch when the plan comes together.
It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Haven't been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate. I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Down at the 19-yard line. A gain of a yard.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Ward off the play fake. He's got a man left. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them first and goal.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. That both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, Hope you have just a little space to operate. That play action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
Brings up second.
You can keep your job in the NFL as a D tackle if you eat up space. You really can. But you make that bag when you could defeat blocks, penetrate, and create runs for losses as a defensive tackle.
And he's got it. That's a layup for it for touchdown. The Titans take the lead right away in half number 2. Calvin Ridley with the touchdown. Here's Sly to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Titans push their lead to 3.
17. Colts 14. Joey Sly to kick off for Tennessee.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Here's Gould on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Colts offense set to head out. They find themselves trailing after the opening drive touchdown, and heck, it really set up to be an entertaining second half if they're able to answer here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Taylor. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. They go again with Taylor. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And this is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Another Colts 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Taylor again. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Over the middle, taken in by Downs. And they get this down to the 28. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. They'll come up 1st and 10.
That's good for another Colts.
One here with Giddens. And their next snap is coming from that red zone as he reaches the 14. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a 1st down, that's a bonus.
Going to the ground again on 1st. He's denied the score as they finally get him down at the 1. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Giddens will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line.
Just shy of the goal line.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
They're lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1. Jones running sneak. And he's in for the touchdown. The Colts grab the lead on their first series of the half. Daniel Jones with the touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. They broke out the design run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, hey, QB, do your thing, get a 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Colts take a 4-point lead.
Colts 21, Titans 17. Spencer Schrader to kick
The
off.
Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
On the return.
The Titans and Tony Pollard headed back out there offensively.
27-yard
And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
And finally, they're able to stop this play from getting any more yards.
It's a gain of 35. And
I'll be the one to say it, Kate. He gets up through that second level, 15, 20 yards. We're rooting for him to take it to the distance. It's hard to do. It's tough to make a gain like this happen in the NFL, but as you saw, still even tougher to take it to the house.
First down throw here for Ward. This is Jefferson, and he's got it. And a stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he's got a chunk of yards as we've reached the end of 3. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's Titans ball, and they could use a score. They come into the 4th trailing. First down carry, got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1.
Come on, ready?
Right back to Pollard. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Chances of stalling this drive defensively seem bleak, but how about now? Look at those odds changing, Kate. Still not great, but you could feel a little momentum on their side. Maybe they can muster it up and get back-to-back stops.
Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
Now go, it's Pollard. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
At the 4-yard line. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Ready? 19.
From the gun, they go with Pollard. And the defense holds Brock. They catch him at the 4. He only gets back to that line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
Trying again with Pollard. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal.
Okay, that is just a terrific effort defensively, and now really sets you up. I don't think this offense can run it, not after getting knocked backward on 2nd down.
This is 3rd and goal. Ward. And he's got it for the touchdown. But while they celebrate, back near the line, we've got a flag, Brock, in the neighborhood we usually see holding. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. After the holding call, they're going to need even more now on 3rd down. Has it in close. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2.
A gain of 13 yards. But it brings up 4th and goal.
This could be the snap that decides this game. It's 4th and goal. Desperation time here. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
It's a turnover.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Broke through the tackle. And a nice stop here on first down. He gets him 6 before the stop is made.
I can safely say, Kate, that's exactly what you want offensively. Exactly what you want to do to get out of the shadow of your own goal line, get a good push, get a good gain, get some positive yards. Job well done.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a play that won't pop on the stat sheet, but the players and coaches won't forget about it. I promise you that. Coaches will file that one away the next time they really need to pick up a few yards.
Run now with Ahmed. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
On the ground with Ahmed. And call that one a gain of, let's say, 2 yards at second down.
Amani Hooker up for the tackle. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
From the 36. Has a man downfield. It's Pittman. And he's going to have this down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 22. And it'll be first down, Colts.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
This is Ahmed. And this is going to be just what this defense ordered. A great play to back these guys up. Shift the momentum a little here in the fourth. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Let's call that a solid run there, partner. He got about 6. It's going to be third down. Tennessee calling its second timeout now. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game. This 8-play drive might be on its last legs here, partners. They try to figure out this 3rd and 7. He's back to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. The Titans call their 3rd and final timeout. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10.
At the 22-yard line.
There's a dive up the middle. Room inside the 10. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right at the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
Here we go, set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
He gets the shot at it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone for an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts now lead by 10. Now the PAT try coming up. And that one is no good. Didn't even come very close to sneaking that one in, so leave that score as is.
Spencer Schrader to kick off for Indianapolis.
Wasn't accurate on the extra point, but he should be able to keep this between the sidelines, hopefully, as he sends this away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. This makes it up to the 25. So the Tennessee offense headed out for another series. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, Madden Ward. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
He's got Ridley here on the slant. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll be a Tennessee first down. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Titans gotta score in a hurry. No timeouts and down 2 scores. They've got to find points quickly here. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Javarius Moore picks it off.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out and throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
The Colts in a victory formation as they kneel it down.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Colts pick up the win in this one. This was a game they had circled a long time ago, Brock. You bring a division rival into your building, you want to make a statement at their expense and get that W.
We know it's not just an axiom, right, that it's so hard to win any game in the NFL. It is. They're difficult to do. But a division rival in your own building, it almost feels like a must-win, and that's the juice they played with today.
So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Big Easy. And with that Who Dat chant bouncing off the walls behind us, we know that we're ready for football at Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today we've got an NFC South matchup, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the New Orleans Saints.
Blake Grupe to kick off for the Saints.
Glad you're with us. It's Blake Grupe to get this one started, and off we go here in New Orleans. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018 from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
And what a career resurgence for Baker Mayfield. He went from being a discarded starter to a Pro Bowl quarterback. And he's coming off a year where he set career highs in passing yards, touchdowns, and completion percentage. The best of all, the ultimate leader of those ball club.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Once again, it's Irving. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the X-Speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
First down, Tampa Bay.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a ring on a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. Now Mayfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw, Mayfield. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down,
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mayfield to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively. Or could have gone for more.
And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and the strategies things. And it looks like it's right now for them.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Mayfield now. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Brian Brzee fought in and got him down.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start, because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So here come the Saints now for their first drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice, because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. Full arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why some of these scouts preach arm time when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
It's a pickup of 6.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Ready?
Rattler wants to throw it. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
First down.
Ready?
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Set, hut. Ready?
Kamara up the middle. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
And 5.
Here we go, set. Here we go.
To the air is Rattler. Underneath for Miller. And he is going to have a Saints first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
That's good.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on third down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
And he rips that one incomplete there.
How about that? Red man coverage. He decided to test them early, but they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Rattler. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Logan Hall busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Ready. 33, yellow.
Throwing is Rattler. Open man left side. Shaheed has it. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. You're trying to sit on the lead and play that way. That doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in the big. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Throwing, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Mayfield took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 8 yards.
Mayfield looks to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29.
A gain of 7.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Deep for New Orleans is Rashid Shaheed. Fielded at about the 28. 13 yards, the tally on the return there. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Here we go. 45, White. Check,
They begin with a run by Miller. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Come on.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler. And this one's incomplete.
I ain't going to scan downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Down. Yellow, 22. Ready?
Rattler working out of the gun. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
17 yards.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st down.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still linebackers set the edge.
60, ready.
From the gun, here's Rattler. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
To go.
Let's go. Black. 40. Ready.
Here's Rattler. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And this one is right through, and that will tie us at 3-3. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
On the ground, it's Irving to start that. A beautiful spin and room to run. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Bucky Irving, 65 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now.
Saints 3.
So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Ready?
They begin on out with Kamara. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, Rattler. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
On the counter, here's Kamara. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Here we go, set. 50, green. Cut.
2nd and 2. Pressure too much. Down he goes. The big Vita Vea pushing his way through to wind up with a sack.
3rd down.
Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. They'll set up a throw. Setting up Green for Miller. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. This will wind up a loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs, they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
First down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
It's a loss of 2.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 48-yard line.
Here's Mayfield. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 30.
A gain of
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Mayfield. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
At the 30-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback, you got to make that throw, right? That's got to be complete.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down. He needed to get to the 20, but he's a yard or 2 short. The screen does give him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
Chase McLaughlin for the Buccaneers field goal.
And his kick here is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So they get the 3. It was 4th and 1, and I think you were doing what I was doing. I was looking down at the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation, right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the points on the board than to worry about any type of a gamble.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. He's letting it fly for Cooks, and this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Back to throw here. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 36. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. This offense is finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
33, yellow.
They'll look to throw again. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over in that that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Brings up third down and
a misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And his kick is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now, 13-6. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Brings up second and 7.
So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hanson. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hanson with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half.
Chase McLaughlin to kick
The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And bulldozing his way through. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Saints going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
He's brought down at the
Levante David in on the tackle. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
Ready.
They run it again with Kamara. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
Here we go. Ready.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. The QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Smith on the coverage.
Set. Ready.
They'll look to throw here. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Here's Blake Groupie now for the Saints field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And his kick is indeed good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get a field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start here with a handoff to White. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's DeMario Davis navigating his way into the backfield for a tackle for loss. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They run straight ahead here with White. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Sometimes your offenses get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. There's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taking it about the 36. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Let's go now. Black, 95.
Rattler wants to throw it. Tries the left side and finds Olave. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
It's a gain of 11.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
First down.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrating so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected. But this is a good pickup here for the 1st down.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more.
Just shy of midfield.
Credit Yaya Diaby with a stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Just shy of midfield. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Here we go.
Again, it's Jones. And he stopped immediately there. 1 yard and now no yards. Have him looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Well, I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Gain of 9. Brings up 4th down and less than a yard.
Ready, set.
They'll run it with Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
A gain of 6.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Here we go. Ready?
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Buccaneers' 38-yard line.
Blue, 32. Ready.
To the air is Rattler. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. 3rd and 7 now.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Now back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
For the Saints field goal, a 50-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within a point. It can be a thankless job sometimes to be a kicker, but they're thanking him right now. That's now 4 field goals. He's kept him in the game.
He sure has, and that offense has got to find its rhythm because I'm not sure that just kicking field goals is going to allow them to win this game.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Irving. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
Now Mayfield. Looking middle, and he's got Ibuka. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 9 yards.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from him.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
4 yards
From the 43, here's the 2nd down and 6. Mayfield off the play fake. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Demario Davis. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
3rd and 14.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Complete right side to Otten. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll begin the drive with Neal. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 26-yard line.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Here we go. Here we go. Yellow, 22.
Throwing is Rattler. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Saints 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And not a whole lot of room to operate there in the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
He lets it go deep for Olave. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 51 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run to the wide side here with Miller. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll throw. Here's Rattler. On a bad time late from Poe throw. It's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to have it here at their own 15.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They work now on 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. There's a short one taken in by Lawton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Baker going to give it to Irving. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Second and 10. Once again, it's Irving. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 101 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Sean Tucker. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
The Saints' 45-yard line.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's going to wind up with a first down as he's able to even dive for a little extra yardage at the tail end there.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Buccaneers.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. 20. Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire 2nd half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, You think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin.